Welcome back to the channel. We're back on Zwift today, back to our Thursday night race. This week it's a TT. Just a note on that, there is absolutely no intention to move our normal T2.5 rides off of Zwift and onto RGT at all. We're just going to do the odd ride here or there on RGT. That, of course, is if everybody who rides with T2.5 moves over to RGT, we'll have to revisit that. But Zwift at the moment is still the better platform. It's what we've built up, and it's where our rides are, and that's where they're staying. But yeah, I'm going to get the ride loaded up, jump onto Zwift, and I'll see you on the start line. Right, we're going in 4 seconds. Time to ramp it up. Try and keep up with the front group as I normally do. I've seen a couple of people, at least one there, I don't know who it is, who is not on a TT bike. Another one in the pack as well. But I know there's also been some graphical problems before with people who had changed, but the graphics hadn't updated, so I don't know. But as me saying I'm going to keep up with the group, actually I'm not, because there's no draft benefit. Just going to try and settle into a pace if I can this time. A pace that I can manage and a pace I'm happy with. It's only a 15.3 kilometre race, so let's see how it goes. Come on. We're coming up to 2.5 minutes in. As expected, the majority of the pack have disappeared, now 35 seconds up the road. Aloyd, 2 seconds in front of me, and C Cross, who was putting out some big numbers a second ago, 13 seconds behind. Nearest in front of Aloyd is L Warrior, Julia P, Jay Jonesy, C Finlayson, and then, yeah, they're in a bit of a group, that front lot, between sort of 43 seconds ahead down to 37. I'm not actually too sure where this course starts. It must be down. We'll see it when we get there. I got very close on the roll up that hill to Aloyd. He's just pulled out a bit again. C Cross putting out over 4 watts a kilogram behind. Now he's 7 seconds back. So no doubt he'll come flying through shortly. Keep my legs turning over, come on. Alright, here's the start then. 2 laps from here. Just put a burst in to catch Aloyd. Well, I'm not too sure that was a great idea. Should have done it more gradually than that. 2 laps, 12.4 kilometres to go. So 6 kilometre loops. This is an event only loop, so I've never done this one before. I'm not sure I know where it goes. I guess we're about to find out. Alright, so the course comes up round to the volcano, up this side of the volcano, and I guess back round to the S's once we've been through the volcano. Nice little route, that one. C Cross is 5 seconds behind. Aloyd somehow pulled out 11 seconds. Not quite sure how I did that. Our Warrior is 38 seconds ahead. Well in the distance. I'm just gonna keep going, keep pushing what I can. Alright, just going through the S's then. Managed to increase the gap behind me to C Cross to 12 seconds. There's a lot of red zone in there to do that. I'll try and recover a bit, give myself a chance to push again in a bit. Alright, just come round, that's 1 lap done. 1 more to go. C Cross putting up 5 watts a kilogram. I just put out a big red effort to get up that little incline before coming out the S's, and I need to recover a bit. I think he's gonna catch me quite soon. And now Warrior in front, 58 seconds ahead. 6.1 kilometres to go. Nice little loop for a race, this one. Quite yeah, it's a short loop, but it's got some up and downs from the S's. Tiny bit of few hills here and there.
and a little bit of respite for a couple of downhills, like going down towards the volcano now. So I really like it. All right, coming through the volcano, 22.5 minutes gone. I'm starting to blow a bit now. You can see my power graph has reverted to its norm, where it just incline over time, up and up and up and up and up, and then I have to brake. And then up we go again, and then I have to brake. And there goes C-Cross. Great catching, dude. We've got 3.7 kilometers. My heart rate's not as high as it was last week, but I'm definitely still pushing hard. Let's see if I can hang on to the coattails here or not. Alright, I've caught up, but I'm really hurting now. I don't know what happened to Lloyd off the back. Hopefully it wasn't a dropout or something. There we go. Can I keep the pace high enough for 2 kilometers? I don't know. I'm putting out little bursts, and so is he. Genuinely think that might have been it for me. Come on, Matt. Come on. 900 meters. This hill to go. I can't. I'm gonna be sick. I can't. If he pushes, I'm done. There's the finish line. 3 seconds. Come on. Just ramping it up. Come on. I genuinely can't push. I'm gonna be sick. Come on. Come on. Give me a sec. Right, just nearly recovered. So, first tonight was Jay Kerr, 22 minutes, 4.5 watts per kilogram. Not yourself as a C. That's definitely above a C, but it doesn't matter in this race, it's TT anyway. Jay Kerr wins it. Awesome effort. 38 seconds behind Aidan Corbin. Jay Guthrie third. Chris Jupp fourth. 23.38. C Swan in fifth. Put it up a little bit. C Waring in sixth. Or N Slevin and Jay Simpson having a fight for seventh there. Just a split second between them. Awesome effort. Jay Jonesy in ninth. 24.31. C Moore 24.41. 10 seconds behind 10th. A Pimer 11th. C Finlayson in 12th. How you give all those encouragement messages, I don't know. Going through a TT race, but awesome effort. P Davies in 13th. Julia P 14th. El Warrior 15th. 28.26. Bit of a lead over me in the end. Me in 29.30. And then C Cross just about hit to the post. That really took it out of me, that last little effort to catch you. Oh, I'm glad I did though. Just recovering from feeling a bit sick. But yeah, heart rate not as high as last week, but still worked pretty hard for it. So I'm really happy. Not necessarily a close finishing this week, but we never really do have that in the TT race. But I like that course. That is a good course. One to test for normal races and other stuff. This is quite good fun. Anyway, I'm going to go recover a bit more, have a shower, have some dinner, and we'll catch up on other stuff in a bit.
Not too bad a race then. I definitely gave it everything I had, that is for sure. And I saw C-Cross catching me as we were getting through the race, and I mentioned it a couple of times. And I did think that gap was closing, and I thought if he passes, I've got absolutely no hope of catching on and staying. But somehow I had something in my legs. You saw my power graph gradually going up into the red zone, then dropping off and then doing it again. I just put out a couple of big efforts towards the end to catch up. And we did that tiny climb out of the S's before it goes downhill and turns to the finish. And I genuinely thought I was going to be sick. And I thought, if there's any sort of attack, there's no way I can keep up. I couldn't respond to it. And luckily I didn't have to, but it was great to have a chase to the finish line. Sorry it meant that I didn't catch anybody else finishing, but I kind of got to focus on me getting across the line first, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was great fun to be a part of. Zwift released another update just before that. There seems to be Zwift updates every 5 minutes at the moment. I'm trying to fix one bug or another. But there's a couple of interesting things actually I wanted to talk about quickly in this update. Number one is they've changed the time, you know, when you join a ride and it gives you like pedaling time to catch up and stay at the power as the group. They've increased that to 10 seconds from 5. And actually, if it doesn't detect any power, it will keep you in that group for up to 60 seconds, which I think is really quite good, because sometimes you click to join them and you've got to be quite quick. If your setup's on the other side of the room, you've got to be quite quick to get on the bike and start pedaling to catch up. So it buys you a little bit more time. I think that's quite good. The other thing that I'm really interested in is the pace partners. They've put 3 new pace partners in, all aimed at around the sort of D-Cat and C-Cat. We've got Dax Diesel, who rides at 1.5 watts per kilogram. And I've forgotten the names. They're all DD something. I'll put them in on the side. But there's one that's going slower, and then 2 that kind of bridge that gap between D and C, because C, I've never tried to ride with a C-Cat, and I will try it one day, but I know it's a lot of people have said it's a big step up from going to riding with Dax Diesel to Carly Cadence, I think it is. So it's nice to have a couple of steps in between, and I think that's a really good idea. What it has meant, though, is they've turned off the pace partners in Mercury. I've never ridden a pace partner in Mercury, and I must admit, when I see them go past, they don't seem to have a lot of riders with them. So maybe that's the reason, but it's good to have another couple of options if you want to push slightly harder and slightly less if even Dax Diesel is quite difficult to keep up with. As sometimes I still find that is, depending on what course he's doing and how many riders there are, I do find I have to really concentrate to stay with him. But I think that's a really good thing. Let's talk about this week's weight loss then. So it's a week and 2 days, because I've moved my weigh-in day to Thursday to join in with the rest of the T2.5 weigh-in group. And this week I've lost 4 pounds. So that is 1 stone and 2 pounds in 3 and a bit weeks, 3 weeks and 2 days. I'm over the moon with that. Yes, I know the big chunk of that is water weight when the carbs come out and all that stuff. I know that. But I feel better for it. And hopefully that sort of, maybe not 4 pounds a week, but a nice level of weight loss over the next few months is exactly what I need to shift some of this weight. I've been really good at sticking with it. I haven't been over my carbs once. The difficult one for me was we had a company day on Thursday where they put food on for us. I didn't stay for breakfast. I didn't have breakfast there. It was a granola and stuff. I had it before I left. But the lunch that they provided was, I think it was Indonesian food, sort of very curry based. I had a chat with the lady who did the cooking before, and she recommended a few things. So I could have sort of the chicken curry and the beef curry and a couple of green beans on the side. And as far as I know, I stayed within the carb limit. It's very difficult, I think, when you go to events like that to stick with your diet when you've got a relatively limited option, but also B, to kind of, when you're then going into something like keto or even vegetarian and vegan, when you get very limited options, it's hard to stay on plan. But I managed it, which I'm quite pleased about, and the food was amazing too, to be fair. And other stuff that I've been trying to mention a lot about eating omelettes and stuff, and I have woken up a few mornings now, I thought I just can't eat another omelette this morning. So we've had a cereal that my wife bought, and it's this one. the Paleo Foods Company. And then within 40 grams of this is 5.9 grams of carbs. So it's carbs for breakfast, which I haven't been having, so I have to factor that into the 20 that I have a day. But it's good to give another option for breakfast because, yeah, eating omelettes every day has finally started to sort of take its toll a bit. In fact, this morning, I didn't actually have breakfast. I wasn't hungry. I didn't feel like breakfast. I didn't eat something until about, I think it was about 11 o'clock. So it's obviously changing eating habits and stuff, but all okay. What I have been doing is making sure that, and I use these for my bike riding as well, but I've got these High Five Zero sugar electrolyte sports drinks. I've been drinking at least one of those a day now. And I mentioned before that at the very beginning I had that problem where I felt thirsty all the time, and that kind of went away. And then this week I've had that back a couple of days, and I just felt that I probably might be related to this. I've always drunk quite a lot of water. I guess over the last 10 years, if you ever see me out and about, I'm usually carrying a bottle of water of some sorts. So I don't think it's because I'm just drinking, maybe I'm drinking too much and I'm flushing everything out, so I just need to replace it. So I don't think I'm not drinking enough water. I think it's probably the opposite, if I'm honest. And one thing I've been doing for a treat as well is I found these bars, keto bars. This is the Cherry Bakewell one. We tried the banana one and we weren't a big fan of that. But per 50 grams, the net carbs in this, so there are some carbohydrates you can take out. So in here, it's got 13 grams of carbs. But there's a thing called polyols, which I've learnt about, are sort of carbs that your body doesn't absorb. So you can take that off, and essentially they're 3 grams of carbs net. Which are quite good. So I've been having those as a treat some evenings. This is a bit of a sweet tasting snack if I feel like I want one. But again, I'm sticking well within the 20 grams of carbs a day. So it's going really well. £4 off this week. I am really, really happy with that. Let's talk about next week's ride. So Tuesday night is the Tuesday Trundle. That is on Tuesday night at 7:30 UK time. Race next week, we'll be back to a normal standard race where the D's go at the countdown, then the C's a minute after, a B's a minute after that. That's on Thursday night at 6:30 UK time. Saturday, 11 AM UK time is our banded group ride that we do on a Saturday morning. That's brilliant for beginners to come along because it doesn't matter whether you're doing half a watt a kilogram or 50 watts per kilogram. It will keep everybody together in the band. And we also have another attempt at the RGT elimination race on Sunday at 7:30 PM. So come along to that as well. I'm going to try a different course, and fingers crossed this week the server holds up and we can get through the whole race, the frantic race that it is. But that is it. That is it for this week. A huge thank you to all the channel members, both on YouTube and on Buy Me a Coffee. If it's something you're interested in, link in the description below. You can join either on YouTube or Buy Me a Coffee, or do a one-off Buy Me a Coffee on there just to support the channel if that's something you're interested in. As I said, all the information is in the description below. But that is the end of this video. If you have enjoyed it, please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.